Hello there. This might not be the kind of content you expected after all this time, and it actually isn't what I've been working on. But there has been talk of Cabalist guns, and I realized there is little discussion on that front. It might also be useful moving forward, so here we go. Now, Cabalist guns are all odd. The conceptual design of them was often one of cabalistic flavor first, efficiency second, since neither class was meant to rely on guns outside of outbuilds. That's why hunters get machine guns and rifles and traditional weaponry, while Cabalists get leech launchers and energy blasters with moving mouths. I'm not making that up. A few of them can actually be useful though for various purposes, so I'll try to make a list and suggest how they could be modded into viability. Number 1, AoE. Now, this is where such guns lack the most. There are no Surgecasters or Firefoxes, so players might be looking for the next best thing. Sadly, most options are rather subpar. Thankfully, the global affix exists, and it might be helpful in this regard. So, in this vein, there's Defilers and Magma Cannons. Both of those are AoE streaming guns that start off with a radius of 2 meters and a field duration of 1.5 seconds, which is underwhelming at best. Between the two, spoilers have higher maximum damage but come with 2 slots, while Magma Cannons have smaller damage margins but come with 4 slots. So, cannons are probably one's safer all-round bet. Still, while flinging them around is great for killing minor enemies and breaking breakables in Brompton, neither of them really deals decent damage beyond that. At least dealing constant damage allows them to be made into SFX guns if need be, and their fields can also damage flying enemies for what it's worth. Other options include Hive Shards, Pyro Smashers, and Chaos Pistols. All 3 of those fire projectiles that don't explode immediately, so learning to use them effectively should take some time. Hive Shards throw a delayed blast projectile that produces a field, which starts at 1.5 meters in radius and 5 seconds in duration. They do come with 3 slots though, so they can be modded into decent guns. Say a global affix pumps them to 3 meters, then mods can make them into poison guns as long as some shield penetration is present. Now, Chaos Pistols are a fantastic throwback to dart guns, the gun type that summoners start with. Ironically, they might well be among the best Cabalist guns due to their damage to rate of fire ratio, as well as their 5 mod slots. Those start with a great radius of 3 meters, so a global affix can elevate it to 6. 5 mod slots also work great, especially given their very decent base damage, to the point where they might also be among the best crit guns as well. Their one major downside is that their fuse timer may be too long to run and gun. Lastly, Pyro Smashers are a very curious gun type. They might seem deceptively weak, but each shot produces 9 projectiles. This can even make them viable crit guns, which will be discussed later. But it also works quite well for the purposes of dealing AoE damage while farming. The projectiles scatter in a wide range, which might seem counterproductive, but it actually really helps increase the effective radius of the weapon. Speaking of radius, they start with a fantastic 2.5 meters, so a global affix alone can bump them to 5 meters. They also come with 4 mod slots, which can be used to increase it further, or make them ignite guns, crit guns, whatever one wishes. So that's the ones I've been able to find. Of course, Nova guns were not included in this list, since they might also technically be AoE, but they differ very drastically. Did you have any guns in mind that I missed? Please let me know below. As always, thank you for watching.